Mamma mia, guys, what is going on in the charts? Bitcoin, the whole crypto space, the whole stock market, everything crashed dramatically down, guys. We had a huge flash crash. I think this is the worst crypto crash ever. We're gonna have a look into that, guys, because many things are happening right now. We have someone that just opened up a short position before the big Trump tweet that, of course, have cost also, at least here in the immediate short term, this huge flash crash in over all the marketplaces. Also, we have huge liquidations everywhere in the last 24 hours. 16.9 billions have been liquidated here in long positions in the last couple of hours, guys. So insane things going on. If it's manipulation or not, we're gonna discuss now, of course, what is going on here in the crypto space. So welcome everyone on board. Make sure to be subscribed on our channel, guys. Alessandro the Crypto Official. This is the channel, guys. Our crypto community is raising every day, so make sure to be subscribed, guys. And yes, guys, unfortunately, because all those events that are going on right now, I also don't have the time right now to do $100 giveaway. I know that we're gonna do that with every 1,000 subscribers, so don't worry, guys. I'm gonna do that video as soon as possible. But unfortunately, a lot of stuff are going on that, of course, I also have to act here because no one has predicted this huge flash crash right now. In the opposite, I was actually quite bullish because we were also forming this nice falling wedge. And even if we would have broken out to the downside, I mean, here at the 200 moving average in the 4-hour time frame at 116k, I expected a lot of support, but as you can see, we just had here a little bounce before the next big capitulation, basically. And yes, guys, even though everything is looking bad and bearish, of course, we had in the higher time frame some warning signs. And even though it looks bad, and I'm taking, of course, this chance here also to trade it, to open up a long position and also to buy in, of course, in the higher time frames, we still have some warning signs that we have to look at today that I also mentioned in yesterday's video. So a lot of things to discuss, guys. I hope that we can make it through this video with everything. So make sure to be subscribed here. Also join my other social media platforms over on X, Discord, everywhere. Telegram, all links in the video description. Also here, of course, I'm updating you whatever is happening in the crypto space, especially when I don't have time to do a video. Then, of course, I'm doing just a post. And also, guys, very important, also on Binance, we have seen a huge liquidation. On Binance, this is the exchange where we got the most liquidations. And I know from people, I'm fortunately not trading that much on Binance, especially not with leverage. I like to use 2-bit exchange, for example, Casey exchange, where I pay almost 0 fees and also high liquidity. And on those exchanges, guys, we had completely no issues during the dump basically yesterday. And if you are trading on exchanges like Binance, because Binance had this huge issue that no one could change or close their trades because you always got that error message that the exchange was like overloaded and things like that. I mean, an exchange like Binance to be overloaded that you cannot access to your trades and close them, or at least scale in so you're not getting liquidated and stuff like that, were impossible. I know it from people that had that problem and also got liquidated because of that. Even those people that had a short position opened, they couldn't close it because they didn't have access to their trades since it was overloaded, the exchange. So if you experienced something like that, then change immediately your exchange, guys. That's why I'm also trading on different exchanges like Bybit, Maxi Global, Casey Exchange, and so on. Sign up to those exchanges, guys. Get everywhere nice deposit bonuses that you can get with my links, because on all of those exchanges, most of them, they don't require KYC. You can trade with high security, high liquidity, and almost paying without no fees, nothing. So if you want to make something back, then at least get all those bonuses that you get here just by sign up with my links, for example, to 2-bit exchange, to Casey exchange, Bybit, and so on, because then at least you get something back, and with those trades maybe you can do some money back if you lost some money. So I'm sorry, guys, but I guess that many of you also lost some money. I also had a long position open that unfortunately I have also lost now because of course I went like with 10x leverage, and when you go with 10x leverage or something like that, and you see like a move like that, immediately you will be wiped out, instantly, guys. So everyone lost money, yes, and that's why always keep in mind, guys, trading here in the crypto space is always involved with high risk. You can lose a lot, and of course everything that you see in every YouTube channel, it's not only mine, in everyone, always do your own research. Never take it as a financial advice. I'm also not a financial advisor. I'm never giving financial advices, but of course I'm sharing everything that I'm doing with you guys. So I was yesterday bullish. I also opened up a long position because because I was bullish since we had a bullish pattern. Unfortunately, it went wrong, and now, of course, I got liquidated because I didn't even have time to put a stop loss, and I wasn't checking the charts. Actually, I saw it this morning, what happened yesterday. So this came really as a surprise, and that's why always do your own research. And also I'm sharing everything with you guys, of course, when we do wins, when we do losses. Everything is, of course, normal in the life of a trader, basically. And I mean, I don't consider myself as the biggest trader or anything like that. But of course, since 2017, we have been doing great here in the crypto space. But also we have lost sometimes. And that's why this is also part of the game, guys. Especially here in the crypto space, you always have to face huge volatile moves. That's why also we love our cryptos, because they are volatile. They give you chances. And on some altcoins especially, you had basically again the opportunity to buy in at the bear market lows from like years ago in just 10 minutes time or something like that, because this move happened really fast. And also here on Bitcoin. So very important, guys. And also next to that, you can see that things are very weird. Sometimes you see like this, someone just opened up a Bitcoin short position 30 minutes before the big Trump tweet here, that he's saying that he's going to do 100% tariff increase over China and above current rates, massively escalating the trade war here. And things like that, of course, no one can expect. It is kind of a black swan event. The problem is that the charts, the indicators are also not looking too great at the moment in the higher time frames, and they are of course giving us some potential ideas in which direction that we're gonna move next in the next coming weeks and months. I hope and I expect also new all-time highs in several cryptos, but unfortunately it is possible that the cycle top is very close, if not already in. And also this guy here opened up a big short position and immediately closed it again with $88 million profit, and he opened the account basically on the same day. So something is really wrong here, guys. This is definitely insider trading. Of course, no financial advice. I don't know anything, guys, but in my opinion, in my eyes, this is insider trading. No one could have predicted that, especially not opening up such a big short position like 30 minutes before the big tweet and also before everything crashed down. You can see so many liquidations here. And also if you go over into the stock market, it also looks very ugly. Look at Nasdaq, boom, huge crash. The S&P 500, huge crash. The Swiss market index, that is not that much important in my opinion, also huge crash, and so on. This is only something that I'm looking at because I'm in Switzerland, but otherwise I would not look at it, of course. But you see all over the place huge crashes. And the question is only, is this the beginning or is this the end? The capitulation before we head into new all-time highs and the real bull run. Unfortunately, in the indicators, it's really not looking too great at the moment. We're gonna have a look into that. Sometimes it's just better to park maybe your money into new cryptos that are not on exchanges yet. Because if you bought, for example, into Bitcoin Hyper, of course you could have bought more now. But if you use the dollars, for example, to buy into those new cryptos here, then of course you wouldn't be affected. Sometimes it's even more relaxed to buy into new coins that are not out on exchanges just because they're not volatile at the moment. And when they're coming out, then of course you can act. So if they're gonna pump or not, always depends, of course, on the hype and the project. But I'm happy that I bought also with some dollars into Bitcoin Hyper, for example, into this new crypto that is upcoming. Very hyped, of course, right now. Everyone is talking about it right now. And I'm happy that I also have some of those low market cap coins that are not out yet, because maybe with those coins I can make some money back that we have lost, of course, during this big liquidation right now. Of course, those new cryptos that are not on exchanges yet, you can check them out here with the links in the video description. And Bitcoin Hyper, of course, is a very hyped one, and the new one that is upcoming, this layer 2 on top of Bitcoin. And I think no matter what happens with those new low market cap coins, you still have the chance, even during a bear market, to do some nice gains with those low market cap coins. But of course, nothing is guaranteed. As always, they are also high risk. Some of them are meme coins, utility coins, play to earn coins, and so on. There are so many out there. But this one here, at least, will come out during this Q4 of 2025, maybe early next year. And sometimes it's even better to do like that. But otherwise, if you're trading or if you're having a big crypto portfolio like I have, it's just better to not open up your portfolio right now, a day like today, and just walk away or buy more. Take the advantage, because in the past, I can tell you guys, every time that I bought during a flash crash or a big panic moment, at the end I have been sitting with much more cryptos and also huge gains at the end. Of course, short term it can hurt, it hurts a lot, guys, but of course long term it's paying out. Of course, no financial advice, at least for me, for now, it is working out like that. And of course, I'm taking the opportunity also today to buy a bit more Bitcoin. Of course, I'm not going all in. I also still have some cash on the sideline because, as I told you guys, even though we could see, of course, right now a big continuation of our bull run, we still have some warning signs in the bigger picture. I mean, on the monthly time frame, we are still below the top side of the completeness channels. Unfortunately, right now, we were above. Now, again, we are below. Unfortunately, we are in toppy area, of course. And the problem is, on the weekly, it's quite okay. On the weekly, we have the chance to reverse. Also here, if you have a look into the RSI and MACD, it's not looking too bad. I mean, we could still see a push towards the resistance trend line up here at 142K. That is still possible, of course. I mean, if you zoom out, it doesn't look... I mean, we have had in the past also such crashes, like here from $98,000 all the way down to 74K. It's not the first time during this bull run that we have such a flash crash or such a bigger dump. We had that before, but of course it always hurts. And I think it's still possible that we're going to go higher. But unfortunately, if we have a look into some altcoins, Bitcoin is still looking okay on the weekly. But if we go, for example, to Ethereum, here we have everywhere just right now sell signals flashing. On Tron as well, on Solana as well, the ordinals, I mean, that is for sure. Look at this. We went from like $10 all the way down to 10 cents. That's insane, guys, the dump that we have seen yet. Some of the coins are nicely recovering. I mean, Bonk also, look at this from the low here. If you would have done some nice buy orders down here to the current price, it's already a 300% price increase. Completely insane in just a few minutes. Completely insane. Some of them are recovering nicely. I think this is kind of an overreaction as well. And also keep in mind that we are trading at 112K at the moment, while the CME chart closed at $116,990. If we go into the 4 hour, it's even lower than that, 114K. So that means that if we're gonna open up on Monday somewhere at these price levels like 110K, 112K, we would first of all close that CME gap down here that we created in September this year at 110K. We're going to close that gap, and then we're going to also have a new gap above us. That means that it's possible that we could open up somewhere down here, close that CME gap, and then we would have a new CME gap and go up to close that gap as well, and maybe retest this previous support, now new resistance, of course. So right before the meltdown here at 120K. And then we're going to see if the bull run is back or not. So, guys, in my opinion, good buy opportunity. Good long opportunity. Of course, we're completely not out of the woods, but based on the CME close, based on the CME gaps, etc., if we stay here down at around 110 to 100K and we see a beginning of a big bounce, which is, in my opinion, possible, it was even possible up here, then yeah, most likely we're going to see a big bounce, and that bounce will tell us if the bull run is back and if we should expect new all-time highs or not. Many things are going on, guys. Unfortunately, we cannot cover everything in one video, but I hope that this one helped you a bit to understand what is going on. And of course, if you're sitting on an exchange that don't let you trade whenever you have big volatile moves, leave that exchange as soon as possible. Sign up to other exchanges. I have completely no problem to trade over on Casey Exchange, Maxi Global, Bybit also, Fimex, Bitunix. We have so many exchanges. Don't stay on exchanges that don't let you trade while such moves are happening, because then it's most likely manipulation and something must be wrong then. And unfortunately on Binance that was the case. That's why I'm not trading anymore on Binance. I'm using Binance for different purposes, but not to trade with leverage at all. Sometimes just to buy some altcoins that I cannot buy on other exchanges, but otherwise never. I'm using Binance. And even on Hyperliquid, guys, we had such a big liquidation here as well. So completely insane things going on. But I think a bounce is incoming, but that bounce really needs to take us as soon as possible back above 100. But let's say we need daily and weekly closes above new all-time highs. Then I think we're going to go to 140K, 180K and so on. But otherwise, if we somewhere here are getting rejected, if we get here a strong bounce and then we roll over and come back down, then I think for the next coming weeks and months, we will not see new all-time highs here anytime soon for Bitcoin and also for the altcoins, just because in the higher time frames, especially in the altcoins, we are really looking bad at the moment. Let me quickly have a look also into the US dollar dominance, because here you can see that this had a huge spike to the upside, as you can see here, a huge spike to the upside. We didn't have this breakout yet, but this is of course a potential sign in which direction that we're going to move next. Also here you see a big spike to the upside. Afterwards we have seen a continuation to the upside, but then a huge crash. And this of course can happen again. But important is that here in the US dollar dominance, we are not breaking out right now to the upside, because that in my opinion will lead into the next bear market, in the next crypto bear market, once we see the US dollar dominance breaking out from this bigger falling wedge here to the upside. As long as we stay within, it's good, bull run on. But if or once we break out here to the upside, then bull run over for the crypto space, and most likely also for the stock market and so on. Let's see what happens at the market open on Monday, guys. I think it's not over. The dump could continue, but the good thing, the hope that we have is, of course, the CME chart. We would have a completely new CME gap above us if we're going to open up at 112K or even lower than that. So let's be patient. Let's see what happens. At the moment, we have 3 and 4 hour closes below the bottom line of the candle channels. As long as we have 4 hour closes below 113K, the dump will continue, unfortunately. That's why. Stay tuned, guys. I would not open up any position right now. Of course, I'm buying more spot. I'm buying more, that's for sure, but slowly. And also be ready that it could go much lower than that at the moment. But I think a bounce will be incoming pretty soon. But we're gonna also have to wait what will happen on Monday next week, when the traditional markets are also opening up again. Until then, Bitcoin is at its own. It's trading 24/7, and that's why we're gonna see what happens. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, be subscribed, and I hope that we can recover very soon from this big dump. It is a flash crash. Sometimes it can happen, but stay tuned, be subscribed. I'll keep you updated, of course, every day, guys. Be subscribed, check out all new upcoming cryptos, check out all exchanges that I'm using, and also other links here that I'm using, different crypto trading tools, also trading bots and so on. I'm sure the ones that are trading right now with trading bots like Bitscap or Pionex, those two are doing great, because the bots are, of course, buying in the lower the price goes and are selling again as soon as we're going to see a recovery. So if you're trading with trading bots, I'm sure that also you're doing great right now. All right, that's it for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, be subscribed, and we're going to see us all in the next one. Bye for now.